the Wateree Passage on the Palmetto Trail for my long run for my training for Paris Mountain, and I'm looking at doing some runs on trails. Since this is a trail half marathon, I'd like to do some appropriate training. So my goal, another goal, is to at least once a week run on a trail somewhere. This is week 4, the start of week 4. It's a Sunday, and I'm going to do an hour workout, just a long run for me, and we're doing Wateree. It's a little overcast today, but very cool. Second day of August. So I think the high today is 80, which is pretty good for South Carolina. So it's about 7:15 or so in the morning, and we're talking high 60s, low 70s. So very good temp. And if you're wondering about wearing sunglasses in overcast conditions, the sunglasses I have they change as you go into the sun or into the shade. So it's pretty cool. All right, we're on one of my favorite sections of this trail. The Wateree Passage is encompassed on an old rail bed, a good portion of it, several miles, which is what makes it so interesting, because you will cross several trestles, including a trestle over the Wateree River. But it's little sections like this of just that long stretch going through the pine forest and swamp on each side. It's just a nice scenery. I really enjoy it. Just scared up a wood duck. Looked like a drake. Coming to the end of this piece of the rail, this stretch of the rail, and running it on this portion, which is probably about a half a mile, I guess. The rail bed is filled with pine straw, so it's nice, and it's a soft run, But you can kind of equate that to running on the beach in the sand. And so it's pretty rough on your ankles and your feet. So a lot of the rail bed section is very rocky. As you can imagine, it was an old railroad track. So it's a little rough on your feet. A little rough on your feet and ankles again, because it can be a bit unstable when you're running. Hiking, maybe, well, it's still rough on your ankles and in the bottom of your feet. I've got pretty well cushioned shoes, but still makes it a little bit more of a challenge, which to me, it's good training to toughen up my feet, right? Welcome to the Wateree River. The Wateree is probably one of the highlights, or I would say one of the biggest highlights on this trail, on this section of the trail, the Wateree Passage, Wateree River. And this is, I guess, the largest trestle since it goes over the river. And if you don't know, the Wateree and the Congaree, which travels through Columbia and is just south of here, they merged to make the Santee. And the Santee River is dammed up on Lake Marion, which is named after this Revolutionary War hero and leader. And then Lake Marion basically splits off into Santee River again, and then goes down to Lake Moultrie, and eventually goes all the way to the coast. After it dumps out of Lake Moultrie, it becomes the Cooper River. So they call it the Santee Cooper Lakes. So this is one of the rivers that feeds the Santee Cooper Lakes, and a lot of history behind Santee Cooper is kind of interesting. Check it out. But this is actually one of the biggest river basins on the East Coast. Santee Cooper River Basin is one of the largest. So pretty neat. Look it up. It encompasses, I think, North Carolina, South Carolina, mostly South Carolina, maybe a little bit of Georgia and Tennessee possibly. But anyway, beautiful view here. Yeah, after you get through the boardwalk portion, following the Wateree Bridge trestle, it gets a little overgrown. It is August, so kind of hard to maintain this trail. But if you're hiking here in July or August, I would just recommend wearing long pants and some gaiters maybe. Well, guess where I am? Another landmark on the trail, another point of interest. It's the swinging bridge. Very cool little feature. I don't think you can see down through there quite like I can. Very cool. Got a little bounce. Am I going? Can you see the bounce on here? Okay, there we go. Awesome. Well, there's plenty of water in the creek. Not sure the name of this creek, but we've had some good rain lately. So, really cool feature. I always look forward to coming here. And this is my turnaround point. I am headed back. I had an hour run today. It took me about 30 minutes to get here. Filming, having a good time. But now, time to return. A few steps down to the river. Kind of slick right now. Very cool. That was the big hill. Okay, I'm checking out my watch now, and 134 is average heart rate, and half of that is in zone 2 and the other basically is zone 3 and a little bit in zone 1. All right, 4.35 miles at a 1 hour period, 14:32 pace, which is easy for me. That's like an easy run for me. My goal pace is going to be for the half marathon 13:30, so 14 is good because that's easy. The only thing that I'm missing on this trail are hills, but we will maybe on our next one try to pick something a little hillier depending on, I guess, how I feel. All right, well, thank y'all for checking in, and looks like we're still on track. The training is progressing.